along with my broadcast partner tonight, Nick 2019 champ. This is B Nizzy 631 coming to you live with race 1 of the 2023 FRR playoffs. We got starting the first round tonight. 12 drivers have, after 26 races, I believe, we're down to 12 drivers who are now gonna, now the racing really starts. We got rounds of 3 coming up here. Every round, 2 drivers will be eliminated. Tonight we got Darlington, track too tough to tame. Probably one of the hardest tracks that these guys will face all year, and it's going to start the playoffs off. So we're starting off with a bang. We got Darlington, then next week we'll be at Kansas, and then Bristol the following week to decide the round of 10 moving forward. But right now, first things first, we're here at Darlington. Nick, this is one of my favorite tracks. Really is a driver's track. I know not a lot of guys like it, especially a long race like it's going to be tonight. Plenty of room for mistakes. I don't know if we're going to see anybody not hit the wall, get that Darlington stripe. It just seems like, that's the way this track works. It's who's going to limit the mistakes the most, I think. What are your thoughts on this coming in?
Like you said, it's going to be a long race. It's 184 laps tonight. I don't personally like it because it's not my go-to track either. It's, like you said, who's going to be that first one to get that Darlington stripe? And, personally, I don't know I'm not good at this track whatsoever. I tend to mess up my corners, and usually with these new next-gen cars, I honestly don't, because, we usually have 4 gears, but now with this 5th gear, people are going to be like, okay, are we going to run this 5th gear? Are we going to run this 4th gear? You never know, but that's the thing. Darlington is that type of track, but it's, like you said, it's your favorite track, but it's not my favorite track. It's too tough to tame for me, and honestly, these guys are going to have to make they are going to have to limit the mistakes tonight, because once that final pit stop comes around, you cannot have that mistake. You cannot have a spin penalty or anything go wrong.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, this is it's a great way to start the playoffs. I feel like it's we're here now. It's been a long, what is it? March, April, May, June, July, 7 months or so. And now we're starting the playoffs over the bang. I'm sure guys are gonna get frustrated. There's a lot of things to deal with here. Gotta contain your emotion, for lack of a better term. Your frustration. Gotta stay focused, and it's so much easier said than done. But these guys are gonna have to race the track. This is one of those tracks where you can't get caught up trying, focused on the guy around you. I mean, you gotta focus on him and pay attention, obviously, but you're not gonna pass anybody if you can't beat the track first, or race the track first. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So I've got my invites here. Doesn't look like they've qualified yet, although I could be wrong about that. I mean, I don't think only 6 cars would qualify, but
I'm trying to see if Favre still has his perspective. I don't see Favre having his perspective up just yet, so
yes, I believe that we're going to be getting into qualifying here. Yeah, so just stand by. Go grab your popcorn or cold beverage. Now's the time while we wait to get this race going. So, I'll give you a quick rundown of the top 12, the drivers who are in it. If you give me a second. So your 2023 front row racing playoff field. MFF typical, dominating season so far. Well, can't quite say that because Favre is not far behind him on points. Typical's got 42. Favre finishes the regular season with 36. And yeah, these top 3 really have been the class of the field all year. Flash 9, Showtime Flash in 3rd. So those are the top 3. Those would probably be the 3 favorites. I mean, out of those 3, Nick, anybody can really starting from right now, looking at things the way they are, when we I don't know how many weeks it'll be, but when we come to the end of this season in November, I believe it's November, but whatever. You know what I'm saying. If we get to the end of this season, any of those top 3 guys, really, they all would equally kind of, it's kind of anybody's championship right now between those 3.
Oh yeah, no question. I mean, if I had to pick a winner tonight, I know we haven't even started yet, but my prediction for a winner tonight is it's Favre, dude. The last
gotta
couple
go with that experience, man.
That guy, the guy has told me in previous streams, or not really in previous streams, but the last time I broadcasted, he told me he's like a 4-time champion here, and you know what? If this means he gets his 5th championship this season, then dang. I hope that God he gets a 5th championship, and I really hope he's the guy tonight. I really think tonight will be his night.
Yeah, I don't know how much of the broadcast me and Shady have done that you watched, but I think I always say if you're gonna have me take a pick, I'm gonna pick the guy I think is gonna win. I mean, I know it gets boring picking the same old guy, the 5-time champ all the time, but I mean, listen, I'm a racer, so I like to win. So if I'm gonna pick a guy, I want to pick the guy I think's gonna win, and I agree. I'm gonna go with Favre.
By the way, join up right now. Shady just told me they just started, so I would
they're
like
in
to
qualifying right now. They started qualifying. Yeah, I just don't want to join up. I don't want to use the invites yet, just to be safe.
I'm just saying because Shady was telling me join or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's watching the stream, and I know Shady usually likes to get in on qualifying, but they're pretty much done with qualifying now.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they're getting ready to start. Yeah, you know what? Let's get in on some qualifying. Let's watch how these guys are getting around here. Well, I'm gonna get in there anyway. We're gonna watch a little bit of qualifying.
Don't forget to invite me afterwards. So.
I got you.
You're gonna pick Typical to win tonight. Don't tell me you're picking Typical tonight.
No, I'm taking Favre as well. I want that experience. I want the experience and the composure. That's the word I was looking for earlier when I said control. I was looking composed. Gotta stay composed here, and I think Favre.
Right.
But Typical, man, while I was saying that, that's the other name that ran through my head. I don't know. It's hard to pick against any of these 3, really. But, yeah, the way Typical's been driving lately, I mean, he's been, class of the field all season. But lately, the last few weeks or so, as we've gotten closer to these playoffs, it seems like he's really, really gotten even more solid and fast and consistent. I mean, he's bringing rockets every single race, and could have a couple more wins, at least 1 or 2, that kind of things just didn't work out for him. So with as many as he got, I mean, he's he don't need those other 1 or 2 to be any more dominant than he's been. But yeah, recently, I feel like he's really picked it up, and I feel like Typical might be coming into this playoffs with the most, I really do think it's pretty clear that he's coming in with more momentum than anybody.
Right. No, but I'm just saying, Favre is the last few times I've gotten I've got not really complaints, good compliments. Even last week, I didn't even commentate or anything. I did watch on Shane's perspective, and I got a private message from Favre right after walk-ins going. He said, hey, actually, it was the next day. He's like, hey, thanks so much for broadcasting with Shady. We appreciate it. You're always welcome. And I was like, that's nice, dude. That's awesome. But, hey, our main guy, he's not here tonight, but our good buddy Shady also is going for Favre tonight. That's 3 of us.
Yeah, and before we forget, we got to give a shout-out to Shady.
Yeah.
He's made every race except this one, so in some form or fashion. But
we love you, bud. We love you.
He's enjoying his time with family right now, and it's well deserved. He puts in a lot of work, and he's enjoying this weekend off. And he should be back for the rest of the playoffs. I know he wants to be back for the rest of the playoffs.
I mean, I don't know when y'all are going to do Talladega, but I know that's a far away. But I would love to broadcast. I would love to join y'all for Talladega because Talladega is fun. Any plate racing is fun to broadcast. It gets intense.
Yeah,
you can never go wrong with that. But we love you, Shady. You are a great guy. You are, honestly, one of my all-time favorite broadcasting partners in my entire life, ever since I've started broadcasting. I never thought I'd say that, but it comes down to the bottom of my heart. I've seen how you broadcast, and I've seen some of your streams, and honestly, you put in that work, and you bring that audience, you bring that excitement to the league, and you're a great guy. I mean, I will consider a brother, and you are a mentor to me. Because when I first started broadcasting, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So, you showing me the ropes at times. You are a great guy, dude. You are amazing. We appreciate.
Yeah, we will miss him tonight. He certainly brings his own style that I would not even try to replicate. He makes it exciting, and hopefully I don't bore you guys to death on the mic tonight, but I'll do the best I can. Yeah, so qualifying has concluded. It looks like, look good. We're looking good on our picks so far, if qualifying's any indication. So, Showtime 5 with the pole. Second is Perky. Third is True Death. Fourth, JCR Scotty B. And Field Filler rounds out the top 5. Yeah, no, I'm not in yet because no, I can't be in there when they start. Favre said Shady said he's going with Tip of Favre, so Shady's cheating a little bit, but I guess we'll give it to him. Tip of Favre. That's who he's going with. Likewise, Shady. So, okay, I just need to remember to send you an invite. Yeah, no, I'll send you a bunch. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go through. We got to get through this playoff field quick. Want to make sure I get through that before we start up, and they are starting up now. Typical Favre, Showtime Flash, Field Filler Perky, your top 5 of this playoff standings. Racer Rick 6, then KB Showtime, Shovelhead, Hurricane Hall, True Death rounds out the top 10, and then the last 2 spots being filled are Pittman and Hick Ross. Guys who have missed it, Mucka, Dimebags, King G, Mac Attack, THC, Petro, J Lamb Swerve, Rapid, Danny MD, and Scotty B. So that's how it regular season finishes up. I'm joining up right now. They are about to go racing. Let me get you some invites. Alright, so got my streams up as well, so see, I think I'm on True Death and Field Fillers perspectives right now as they come to green. There's True Death, and he starts third. Favre leads him to the green. We're underway here at Darlington. Favre and Perky, the top 2. I'm not sure. I thought somebody else had qualified second, but right away True Death takes that second spot as they go off into turn 1. Top 3 single file coming out of turn 2. Can't see the whole field as we now. Here we are with them. There's Showtime Favre leading the pack. Pretty much everybody gets single file. I think guys, they know what they're dealing with this track, and they're right away. Well, you don't really have a choice actually. I was gonna say they're all kind of just settling in and gonna probably ride for a little bit.
Right.
But I mean, there's not much room to run too wide anyway.
Right. One guy we have to watch out for, not really watch out for, is Scotty B. He was so fast at Watkins Glen a couple weeks ago, and he was really up there until issues happened. But keep an eye on him for tonight.
Yeah, he's been fast. So,
oh, the 9! Whoa, that 9 just went wicked loose. That was not a Hurricane Hall.
Hurricane Hall, one of our playoff drivers. Got swerved there on the 23. Love that McDonald's car. There's True Death running second, gets a little loose off that corner. So they come down the backstretch, start lap 5 here when they come around to the line. Look at the 42, looking up under Perky.
Yeah, it's going to be a big battle. Oh, boy.
And Perky looked like you got the wall.
Looks like he did. He's losing spots.
Just got a little loose there. I don't know if he had help. 42 got on his left rear fender. And not sure if there was contact. Might have just gotten Perky a little loose there.
There's some damage to Showtime Flash. He's got a little bit of nose damage, just a bit. Oh, and the huge damage to King_G. He's got a lot of damage on that Ford. Oh, man.
Looks like, are we under caution?
Nah, yes we are.
We are under caution. I'd imagine it's something relating to what you were talking about with those damaged cars.
First caution of the night here at Darlington.
Yep. Didn't take long.
Hey, it's Darlington. You can't resist hitting the wall. You can't resist. Stage 1, by the way, guys, is Stage 1 is 57 laps. I can't remember what Stage 2 is, but then you get a couple, I can't even remember. Everyone on pit road.
Yeah, you're getting tires every time here.
Looks like the 34 as well. The 34 of Racer Rick has got damage as well. Danny MD got some too. So it looks like up to 7. I think he got some of it as well. Looks like the 18 as well. Many cars, I think, got caught up. I think that's still hitting the wall so much.
I think so, too. I think guys are hitting the wall hard.
You're right. That's what I'm thinking. Well, what else would it have been? I mean, if you're in the back of the pack and you're spread out, that's impossible. But race off a pit road is going to be far coming off a pit road first. And, boy, who didn't think he was going to win the race off a pit road? Who didn't think that?
Tell you what, see that 38 KB Showtime creeping up there into the top 4. Not sure where he started, but I don't think he started in the top 5. Perky had some trouble there off the start. He started on that outside pole, and he's back to, looks like 6 now. 1, 2, yeah. Back to 6. Hasn't lost a lot, but didn't seem to be, didn't seem to have his car where he liked it. See if he made some changes and what he can do here starting in that 3rd row.
You're right about KB Showtime. What? I think he moved up a couple spots on the pits. I can't tell you to be sure, but it must have worked out good. Yep. Here we go.
Yep, looks like they're going green.
And the green flag is back in the air, I believe.
Good jump by Favre.
Good jump. He needs that. He needs to get a good jump on a restart like these at times.
Yeah, Scotty easily going to get that 2nd spot cleared off in a 1.
Whoa, 38.
Yeah, 38. 22 got loose under the 38, and the 38 scraped the wall.
Wow, look at that.
And now the 22 hard into the wall right after that happened. Watching on Field Filler's stream here. Looked like the 22 maybe caught the apron, but got loose. There's a lot of contact around that 22. His car doesn't look right, because there was they stacked up behind him there in the next corner.
Man, KB Showtime restarted 4th. That is like, I believe that's 7th or something like that. Look out, hang on. That's the thing. the car is going to do that. Any chance you get, that car is going to snap, and you're hoping it doesn't snap loose and turn around.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened with Shovelhead, and he came up into that 38, and 38 couldn't keep it out of the wall. Just not a lot of room for error here.
34 of Racer
side by side.
Racer Rick's on pit road. Looks like he's now coming off a pit.
Favre got a little loose. We're going to have a pass for the lead. Scotty B.
Does he clear him?
No, this is tight. They're pretty dead even. Scotty B being aggressive here. We saw him really. He's wasting no time passing these guys, or trying to pass these guys. We saw him get up under, I believe it was Perky before that yellow flag.
I would think so. Oh!
Yeah, Favre keeps getting loose off that turn too. I don't know if Favre's car quite likes where it is with that car up in that corner with the car up top. I don't think he can hit his line the way he wants to.
Now I think Favre gets him at the line. Yes!
Can he clear him? Yep, he does clear him off in a 1. True Death still hanging right there, solid in 3rd. Perky's made his way back to 4th.
You mentioned True Death. He is hoping those two make a mistake and try to pounce, but
yeah,
don't look back now. He sees Perky in the rearview mirror. Perky's in 4th right now. He is doing all he can to hang on.
Ride with True Death a little bit here.
I'm riding along with Fuel Filler right now. He is trying to. I don't know what he's thinking. I think if Perky and Shovelhead make a mistake, then he wants to pounce. That's what he's honestly hoping.
Yeah, I think that's what all these guys are hoping, really. Most of them, at least. They're just kind of riding and waiting for the guy in front of them to make a mistake and fill the hole. Like I said, you got to race the track before anything. Best to just wait till the guy makes a mistake or wait till you get a really good one. Run. I tell you what, that Scotty D in the 42 has gotten some really good runs. He's the one car so far that I've seen like really making passes on people. At least in the front here. I'm sure it's going on in the back, but I mean, he's pulling up on people and he's getting under them and making really good pass attempts. While other guys, like I said, I think really aren't getting big runs like that, and they're kind of just riding, and the passes are coming from mistakes, like you said.
Top 6 are all in a line. I mean, I never thought I'd say this, but Darlington in single file, this is like a plate race.
I'll tell you what, 14 just gave a tap to the 3. Maybe you're right. They're bump drifting.
It's like you just don't want to make that mistake, because if someone makes a mistake and you get loose and they hit you, then yeah, that might be an issue. But what do we know? We're not on the racetrack. We're here in the broadcast.
These 3 guys really stacked up for 3rd, between 3rd and 6th, really, but especially 3rd through 5th. True, Perky, Shovelhead, and then Field Filler's right there with him.
I bet Favre is like, I would like to have clean racetrack and not have the 42 in my rearview mirror. That's all I want.
I'm telling you, that 42 is fast tonight. He's got a piece. He brought a piece to the track tonight. As we catch up with these leaders. He's right there with him. It looks like they're building a gap on 3rd. Yep. A little bit.
We've been caution-free this whole... Well, not really caution-free, but like since that first caution, we've been clean the whole way.
Yeah, these guys are running good. I'm sure a lot of them just needed to make a few adjustments to get keep the car from hitting the wall. I'm sure a lot of guys. Looks like it's loose out there tonight.
Right. as of right now, we are at lap 20 of 57, coming to 38 laps to go in stage number 1 here at Darlington. And you got to wonder, will these guys have to make yet again another pit stop?
Oh, I think they will. Not sure exactly the math on that, but I think they pitted on lap 7 or so.
I would think so.
Yeah, they ain't getting 50 laps to the thing.
That the top 2 have pulled away from the rest of the field, though. Now that's something, because they are now, it's like, I don't even know, that's like a 3-second gap, I would think, from second to third.
Yep. Hurricane Hall and Hick Ross kind of doing a little battle amongst themselves here. Those are guys that want points. Hurricane Hall is currently 9th and Hick Ross is 12th. So, I mean, just starting out, obviously. We're barely into the playoffs, but right now, Hick Ross is kind of the bubble driver. You know, he's looking for some points to gain over any of these guys, especially a guy like Hull, who's not too far ahead of him. He's within a couple spots, so this is why when it gets interesting, you know, these battles now mean something. Not that they didn't mean anything in the regular season, but now you kind of got a clearer cut picture of who's in it. You know, everything's kind of stacked up with points amongst those guys that are in it, and so, you know, these battles like this, interesting to watch, as Hick Ross kind of got, it looks like he's got the better cars
something's up
now.
with True Death. True Death. Oh, True Death. Oh, he hits field filler. Are they going to save it? Yikes, they do.
Oh, man.
Oh, big hit there for the 5.
Yeah, 5 just ate the wall.
Man, they were battling for that spot, and boy, is that going to be a caution?
I only caught the tail end of it there.
I saw something. True Death was in the wall, couldn't get off the wall, I guess, and then collected the 22, collected the 5, and boy, that's just
Hick Ross got involved, I think. Or maybe not. Nope, he didn't. Showtime Flash having to come to the pits. I'm sure he's got heavy damage. Unless he got pitted, but no caution. It was just field filler that lost control, really. So that sucks for field filler as he brings his number 5 to pit road as well. He took a big hit.
That was a gnarly hit, dude.
So True Death falling back, I'm sure quite a lot there from that 3rd spot.
Yeah, and Perky is now inside that 3rd spot. He is trying to pull away from Shufflehead. Oh boy, I think Favre's pitting. Yep. Favre is coming to pit road, so here comes the green flag pit stops. And you know, as a driver, I don't want to be the first one to pit, but if it means take strategy, then I guess that works.
Scotty B staying out.
True Death to pit road as well.
Here comes Scotty B. So he stays. He's going to have a lap pressure tires on Favre. We'll see how that plays out. I'm telling you, that 42 is hanging up there with that 4. He's all over him, and he hasn't lost anything on that 4 car since he got up there. And he's going to have a lap pressure tires here, so see how that plays out.
Look at the field. Look at all the other drivers. You got Shovelhead. You got Hurricane, Mucka. You got a lot of group. You got a lot of guys coming on the pit road. And I believe Favre is now coming off of pit road. And he is. Perky, the race leader, I believe, is now coming to pit road. So this puts, I believe, Favre was a lap down, I believe. Couldn't be sure, but who knows?
Try to see what the gap is. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if those, that one lap of fresh tires is really going to help Scotty B after all. Because to be honest with you, I'm watching Favre, and I don't know. Oh, here it is. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Did Scotty B... Did he get a speeding penalty? Is he about to go a lap down? Right now he's in front of Favre. Leader's been scored as a 44 right now. Favre getting up under him.
Well, this could mean... Give me a sec. No. Couldn't been. Well, here
I think what happened was Scotty B lapped... No, he couldn't have lapped before.
He pitted a lap before or a lap after.
Yeah, a lap after. I'm trying to figure out why he came out in front of. Well, he came out after Favre, but
oh, no, Scotty's the leader.
Yeah, he is the leader, so he. Interesting. No, Favre couldn't have gotten a penalty because he's second. Believe he's second.
Yeah, Favre is second right now. You know, the thing is, I can't tell because taking 2 tires here at Darlington would screw a chances.
Nah, nobody took 2 tires.
No, I know that, but
too long of a run to go.
Right, but that's weird. I don't know how Scotty B would have a faster pit stop than the 4. I mean, that's kind of odd.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math in my head. So he came in around. He passed Favre for the lead. Then pitted. Then Favre came out. And then Scotty B kind of came out right after. So, I mean, I guess... Yeah, maybe Scotty B just got on pit road a lot better than Favre. I tell you, he looked like he got on there pretty well. I was riding on board with him. And so it could just be that he made up a lot of time coming down pit road. And now... it looks like that strategy is working for him because now he's got that 1 lap fresher tires and the lead with it. So, you know, he didn't even have to run down the 4. He came out in front of him.
That must have been.
Unless Favre got a speeding penalty, but I don't see how that's possible for him to still be in second.
No, Favre... that would have been because he would have already been probably a lap down or maybe 2 laps down at the point, but I don't know.
These 2 are checked out from the rest of the field, that's for sure. Take a look at Mucka in the middle of KB, Showtime, and True Death here. Showtime Flash in front of him all by himself. We haven't talked about Showtime Flash. I wonder what position he's in. I wonder if he's quietly creeping up or if he's just trying to find something with that car. If he just, you know, isn't at the pace he'd like, because we really haven't seen much from him yet. Oh, he's up there, so he's behind Perky, so I think he would be in 5th right now. I believe.
Well, remember, he had to come to pit road early. Because he got involved.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So he might be a lap or 2 down, actually. Yeah, thank you for reminding me that.
I believe we're coming at 20 laps to go in the stage, and gotta wonder, you know, I don't know if you got to pit one more time in stage 1, but I believe you can make it in stage 1. I can't tell.
So it looks like they're going to have to pit one more time.
Whoa, that was kind of a bold move by Fuel Filler.
Yeah, it was.
That was, I mean, you gotta, if you're far, if you take the chances.
Now he's pulling down, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that kind of looked like something that is, I don't know what to tell you on that one.
You know, I won't lie, and I don't want this, you know, no offense to Scotty B, but we haven't seen that color and that car lead in the race much. I mean, I'm pretty sure he just joined up within the last 2 weeks, right? Or came back? But my point is, if you're a field filler, you got a lot going on, you got wrecked, you might not be as focused or, you know, on the ball as you normally would be. And you might look in your mirror and see that car and not think it's one of the leaders. You might not be used to seeing that car in the race. Just saying. I mean, I'm not saying that's the case, but, you know, if Favre's in the lead, you probably recognize that paint scheme pretty easily.
Right.
Just saying, as a driver, sometimes I mess that up. I see a car I don't really recognize, and
right.
You know, I wouldn't think, oh, you know, that's the leader right there I'm pulling in front of.
Boy, Favre is doing all he can, dude. He is like, come on, dude.
Yeah, these guys are racing. These two.
Here comes, and field filler is about to go yet another lap down.
Yeah, I'm trying to see a replay of that.
Oh, here he goes to the inside. Contact. Oh, Favre is trying. Oh, man.
Field filler, I don't really know. What exactly did we... I mean, what did we see there? What did you see? Because I'm looking at the replay from field filler, and I don't... He's kind of got nowhere to go. I mean, he didn't move off. He got bumped. Yeah, I don't think field filler did anything wrong there.
No,
he was already... I thought he had just come out of the pits and pulled right up... Like, came out of turn 2 and pulled right up on the track in front of the leaders instead of just letting him go by. But no, he was on the track that whole time. He was running, and... I mean, they caught him so quick, he didn't really have anywhere to go. And once he got a little bump from the 42, but then when they came out of the corner, he went right down low and let him go. I don't think there was much. I mean, if he tries to duck down, they caught him so fast. If he tries to dive onto the apron in the middle of the turn, he's probably going to spin himself out and wreck them. So, I mean, I don't think he didn't do anything wrong there from what I saw. He was just, he got run down, and there's not a lot of space.
Oh, yeah. I just thought, I was like, oh, man, well, that's going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, Favre is all over this 42.
Perky is now on pit road, probably for his last stop in stage 1. 13 laps to go in stage 1.
Yeah, I think pit stops will be starting to happen pretty soon.
I'm
sure there's guys. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, Perky looks like he's coming off a pit road. So some guys playing the short pit game here, because I think they could go a good amount of laps right now. Not a lot, but...
Boy, Favre is not letting... I don't think he's going to let Scotty B pull away that far.
No, he's not. These guys are pretty equally matched tonight, so far.
Man, gosh, he is mirror driving the heck out of this man.
See how these pit stops go this time. Does Favre pit again before Scotty B, or does he wait and follow Scotty B in? Last time he pitted a lap before him and didn't work out for him at all. Didn't really hurt him, but...
Right. Coming to 10 laps to go on the stage. You got to make it happen.
And now you might see 2 tires. I'm not sure. I don't know how these guys' tire wear is. But you could potentially see somebody take it too. Oh, man.
I think I just saw his tire light come on. I don't know why you would stay out a little longer, but man...
Well, he's trying to follow the 42 in because he wants to win the stage. And like I said, he pitted before the 42 last time and it didn't work out for him. So I think he was trying to just pit when he pit, but yeah, he's lost some spots here.
I think
we're under caution. Are we under
caution's
caution?
out.
Yeah, we're under caution.
Second caution of the night, and boy, I don't know what happened. Really,
I don't
I honestly.
Yeah, caution is out, so boy, that's gonna shake up this field with guys with pit cycles going on. It's gonna be hard to figure out where everyone is. The one thing we do know is these two are gonna be the these two should be the leaders. After the pits, I mean. Ross taking his wave around. Berkey gonna take a wave around.
They're going to come to they're coming to 7 laps to go this time by when they hit pit road.
Looks like pit road is open. Guessing anybody who didn't pit has to have pitted already. Nick Ross has stopped. I'm not sure. He just took a wave around and now he's stopped near pit road. I'm not sure if maybe the wave around was an accident. He wasn't supposed to go or what. Well.
Now this is when you decide what you do on this pit stop before the end of the stage.
Yep. I don't see anybody taking 2 tires now. Now I think it'll be 4 unless somebody's just like has a gambling addiction or something.
Looks like the 42's coming off of pit road, and he does.
Yep. So we'll see how this gets sorted out here. Looks like True Death has worked his way back in a 3rd, I believe.
I think. I can't
Unless he's a lap down, but I don't think so. I know that 34 is a lap down, 2 is a lap down. At least I think.
I believe Mucka
might be on the lead lap. Yeah, he is.
I believe that 34 is trying to let everyone by because he took the wave around or something.
No, 34 is definitely a lap down, so he's going to the back. I saw them lap him on the track before. Caution. THC, yeah, see, so things are shuffled up. You got THC in that 7. It's gonna restart 5th.
We're coming to 15 laps. I'm sorry, not 15. 5 laps to go in the stage when we get the green flag.
Yeah, this could get wild. Got some guys up here in the mix. We saw those two had a huge gap on the field, and now it's all bunched up, and guys have a chance to steal some points here. Stage points. True Death has a fast car. We know he's been up there. Which I think we saw a little mistake from him, dropped him back, but now he's right back in it with a chance at a stage win here. As long as you keep those 2 leaders side by side, or meaning like keep them racing side by side with somebody, whether it's you or each other, you got a chance. Just don't let them get single file here right away, because then probably just pull away. But I don't know. Those two have been really racing it out pretty much since they got together for that lead. So I don't see them. I don't know how long they want to stay single file. I think they both want to get in front of the other as quick as possible here.
I think they're just trying to get everyone lined up. That's what's going on. I think. I believe this time we're going to come back to green with 4 to go. I don't want to say I'm right, but I think so because we're at we're at lap 53 of 57 in stage 1. So I believe everyone is trying to get lined up. So and looks like we lost the 23.
Really? Swerve in the 23.
Yep. Here we go. I believe. Here we go. And back underway.
Wow, Scotty B got a good jump there.
Yes, he did. He got a heck of a jump. 4 laps to go in the stage.
Oh, Scotty gets loose. Favre's going to get up top.
Is he going to clear?
A little contact there.
Oh, here
goes
goes
a lot of contact.
Oh.
Favre into the wall. Trudeth under the 4.
That's what Scotty B
Maybe
wanted.
a little more contact there off the corner. Yeah, Scotty B ain't afraid to rub fenders. Not tonight, at least.
3 laps to go. It's coming to 2 laps to go.
Now he just has to hold it steady, and I think he's going to get himself this stage win here. Favre is able to hold off Trudeth for the moment, but I'm sure he's driving with a lot of intent right now to catch that 42 and get that position back. 42 gets loose there, it looks like.
2 laps to go.
That's what caused that little contact earlier, was the 42 getting loose and kind of pushed the 4 a little bit up.
Look at
this.
this.
Got the wall.
Look at this. He's got to run. Can he get him? They're coming to 1 lap to go in the stage.
Trudeth is right there too. So if these two get into it again, Trudeth, don't be surprised for him to try to capitalize and send it in there.
1 to go.
A little block, I think, there from the 42.
Oh, don't block too much. You got the 3 coming too. Now what do you do if you're far? Oh, don't do that.
He goes down again, gets loose again. This is what happened last time. Favre ended up in the wall.
Here they come. Stage 1 winner.
Looks like they're able to keep it clean that time. Scotty
B wins stage 1. Unbelievable.
Favre, Trudeth, Perky, and Mucka round out your top 5.
Wow.
Yep, Shady. I would be surprised if he's not. I mean, hey.
Shovelhead.
I don't see anything wrong with it, with what the 42 did, but I mean, if you're gonna race like that, you gotta expect that 4 to race you the same way. 42 definitely driving aggressive tonight. We've seen him get a bit right off the bat, got up under that 14, maybe nudged him a bit, maybe not. It was close, but that rubbing is racing, and I like rubbing racing. You know, as long as there's a fine line though. Right now, I think what we're seeing is really good hard racing. But if I'm that 4 car, if I'm Favre, I'm kind of like, okay, all right, that's how it's gonna be. Let's go. So these guys are racing hard, and it's yeah, definitely some fenders rubbing, like I said, for the lead.
Green flag in the air. Stage 2 is underway. We have 54 laps in stage number 2.
Yep, just Darlington racing. I agree. Not a lot of real estate here.
No,
not really. And those two, I mean, they're the class of the field. So if they can do it without wrecking each other, more power to them. We're here to see a great race, not charity work.
Look at this. This could get ugly. This is going to get ugly. And oh boy, Favre got a little loose there. Just a little loose.
Yeah, I think Shady's right, and I hate, trying to assume or guess what guys are dealing with their cars or how they're driving, but I think that 4 might be pushing it maybe just a little too hard here. I think he's pushing it for sure. He wants that 42. I don't think he's happy with the way, not necessarily the way he was raced, but you know how it is. I think after the race he'll look back on it and say, oh yeah, that was just great racing. But in the moment, man, when there's contact like that and you come out on the losing end, these guys are competitive. I think the 4 car is, really pushing it to catch that 42 right now. Maybe just a little too hard. And now he's in a position where he's got to drive defensively because these guys, the 22 is all over him. Now he's got the pack on him. And that's not going to make things easier for him. The thing is, though, here's the 22 making a move for second already. Ooh, he gets a bump in the middle of the corner from his teammate to help him out.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's going to help him clear him. Mucka pushing that 22 past the 4. You're right. It's like Giga.
This is unbelievable. I can't believe I'm seeing this, but how about Shovelhead to second?
Now it's interesting because we'll see if these guys have the long run car compared to Favre. Because Favre, we haven't seen Favre get shuffled back yet, and here he is shuffled back. And we're very early in the run. It's interesting to see now if Favre gains that track position back as the run goes on, or if some of these guys maybe have adjusted their cars and, now they got cars that are capable of being up there in the front with these guys. Because if you can race with Favre right now over the long run and keep it up with him, I'm pretty sure you can at least keep it up with the 42, but I don't know. Then again, maybe the 42 made some adjustments and that's why he's pulling away like he is. Maybe his car's gotten even better.
Man, this Scotty B is a rocket ship. He passed Favre on that restart and he is gone. He's gone, dude.
Yeah, Perky's gotten caught up in a couple things tonight and bounced his way back pretty quickly from all of them. Minor little things that, sometimes can really throw you off a race and be hard to come back from. But he's, like I said earlier, he's kept it. Seems like he's doing a really good job in that 14 of keeping his composure through it all. And, something goes a little wrong, he just, he doesn't let it throw him off. He just stays right back, stays the course, and picks up the spots. He's someone I think he'll be there towards the end here, this 14, if he doesn't get caught up in something.
Right now, I'm telling you, Mucka is in a good position because if a caution comes out, and he is in a good position because he could either have the inside or the outside lane determining of what Sky chooses if we get a caution.
Yep. It looks like they might be. Oh, here goes Favre for a pad. Oh, he's looking. He's trying to get to that inside of Shovelhead.
He is trying, but I don't know how far he could.
Oh, 22 got loose. That's why I love this overhead camera. You can see what happens to the cars in a moment like that. The 22, you saw him just get, I think he got a little tight coming off that corner, got close to the wall and had to turn the wheel so hard he got loose coming off and caught the wall. And that's what I'm saying, over the long run. Now you see Favre gets that spot back, just waited for a mistake. Now let's see if that 4 car can close the gap on this 42. And now, that 4 car, if he was pushing it a little too hard, if the juices were flowing a little bit too much for him and he was driving a little too hard, now he's had time to kind of sit there and ride a bit, wait for that mistake. Now the juices might have leveled off a bit now. And maybe he can focus on, like I keep saying, racing this track. And if you race the track and the car's good enough, you'll catch the guy. And I don't think the 42 is that much better than him, unless, like I said, the 42 made adjustments on the stage break to get even better than he was. I have the feeling that these two are still pretty evenly matched. So I think if the 4 just keeps it smooth here and as perfect as possible, he should be able to catch back up to him. Or he could catch back up to him, I should say. But And before I was just gonna say, unless we get another caution, and we got another caution.
Well, there you go.
I told you he could catch. He caught back up to him one way or another. So I was right. Again, not sure what happened.
Who knows?
We
Probably debris.
Yeah. I think someone might have thrown their pee bottle out the window. Got stuck in the groove in one of the seams.
Or maybe the lights are now working in 3 and 4.
Right. Pit stops. I believe this is our 3rd caution of the night, including the stage breaks. Don't quote me on that. But it's been really, I agree with Shady, it's been an awesome race. It's been clean. We've seen some rubbing for the lead, but when guys are rubbing for the lead, man, and it doesn't, it's good racing, and it doesn't, someone's race doesn't get ruined by it. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, so. And it seems like the whole pack really is a hard track to race around people. There's not a lot of room, like I said, and everybody seems to be racing hard. Playoffs are here, but everybody seems to be on their game. We haven't seen haven't seen any craziness really. A few wrecks, but that's gonna happen in any race. Not sure who won that battle off pit road. Looks like they got glued together.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say it looks like.
I'm gonna guess 42.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe it was Favre. So score Favre your leader. It looks like he'll take the inside. 42 built that gap, but he was on the inside on that restart and got a great jump. He was the control car. Now Favre's the control car on the inside. So we'll see how it plays out this time. There they go. And now Favre gets the jump, an even better jump than Scotty B did last time. Scotty B did not get a jump at all. He's going to fall back to 4th, I think, here by turn two. Yep. Ooh, maybe a little contact with Mucka. I don't know if he made contact. Might have just gotten a little side draft off of him. He got close to that fender, though. I don't really know these new cars you can get that side draft the same way as the old car, actually, but
this is a good.
I tell you what it does, though, at these. Sorry, Nick.
I was going to say this is a much better restart for Favre. He is a much happier man now. He is pulling away. He's like, okay, that restart helped me a whole lot.
Yep. I tell you what, that 42 is getting, and this is what I was alluding to earlier. He is getting as close as you possibly can to somebody's fender, and it's just, it's kind of, there's nothing wrong with it again. I mean, he knows where he wants to put the car, and he's putting it there. At least for the most part. Maybe he didn't mean the contact with Favre earlier. I mean, I'm sure I would assume he didn't mean it. So maybe there it got, he didn't do it exactly the way he intended, but I saw him do it on Perky on the inside, and I saw him just do it on Mucka. He's got a lot of control of his car around others, and he's driving very aggressively. He's not, there's not a lot, he's not giving guys much space, and can't really blame him. He's got a winning car, it looks like, and when you got a winning car, you want to keep it there, especially at a track like this where it's hard to pass. But I tell you what, I'm not sure if he made contact with the 2 and the 14, but he's getting it so close you can't even tell, and it's upsetting their cars. It's making them a little loose, and it's helping them get those passes and negate the runs that some of these guys have had on them in the corners. It's just a really, really nice and aggressive, but a really, really skillful type of driving that he's doing in that 42. I haven't seen him race much here, so it's been interesting to watch him and do it so well. That 4 is pulling away, though, like you said. Maybe not still pulling away, but he's still got that gap. Field filler with a lot of bad luck tonight. Got caught in that wreck. Didn't get the caution. Riding around in this pack. KB Showtime is falling back a little since we last saw him towards the end of stage 1. He's back around 6th or 7th right now. Looks like he's getting a little loose off the corner.
We're at 35 laps to go in the second stage now, coming 34 laps to go. I'm telling you, we're going to have a long third stage, I promise you that.
Oh, yeah. Shovelhead all over the back of this 42. Shovelhead's we know he's got short run speed. What we don't really know, because we saw him running up there with Favre and, you know, holding the position over Favre, and now we see him staying on the back bumper of this 42, but we don't really know him, Trudette, they're all packed together, but we don't really know what they have long run wise compared to these front two, because over the one really long run we had, or string of runs with those pit stops in between, we saw those two leaders just check out. And right now we're seeing some shorter runs, and guys are keeping it more tight to that second. Last time it was Favre in second, and 42 checked out a bit. Right now it's the other way around. But then, of course, we saw the 22 get a little squirrely, and Favre got around him as the run went on. And then we had the caution shortly after. So if we get another long string of runs here, like let's say if we could get to the end of the stage without another caution, or at least another pit cycle without another set of green flag pits, I'd like to see how these leaders, if they string out again, or if some of these guys like the 22, the 3, are able to keep it up with them over the long run. That was a long ramble, I'm sorry.
But you're right. I mean, if we don't get a caution within these last closing laps of the second stage, we should be good to go.
Take a look at Showtime Flash working on Mucka. Not sure what position, but oh, that looks like it is for 5th. Battle for 5th. Ride with Showtime here for a bit. See how he manages these runs that he seems to be getting on this 2 car. It's one thing to be maybe a bit faster than somebody, or maybe even a lot faster, and to get the runs. It's another thing here at this track to be able to do something with it, and safely, and there you see he does. See how he did it perfectly. He just bought his time there. He kept getting to his bumper, but didn't push the issue and just waited for that hole to open up, where the 2 just slid out of the groove just a little bit and left him that opening to put his car there. And then you see how, you know, he can run right up on his door and, you know, not have a mistake because he's not trying to really do something with his car to make a pass. He's just waiting until the pass is there for him to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We have...
Just working on 3 car here. True that now for 3rd. Or 4th, I'm sorry.
27 laps to go in the second stage, and you gotta wonder... You gotta wonder who's the first one to take their chances of that last pit stop before the end of the second stage.
Yeah. Remember earlier we saw Favre pit a lap earlier than the 42 while leading, and it cost him second. It cost him a spot. He ended up 2nd coming out of the pits. Right now he's once again leading the 42, except the gap's a little wider than last time. And I think, I just want to touch on what I was just saying about this 24, and we watch him here. Kind of now we saw him working the 2, now he's working the 3. The difference in driving styles. Like what I was just saying about the 24, how he's just waiting. He's not trying to make a pass with his car. He's just trying to wait until the pass is there for his car to make. I haven't seen that from the 42 tonight. What I'm seeing from the 42 is he is making passes with that car. And it's impressive. It's very close to you know, you're kind of flirting with disaster if you don't. But you know, obviously he's making it work. So like I said, he's kind of a new driver to me, Scotty B, and I've been enjoying watching his driving style here. It's a bit different than what we see, I think, from most of our really fast guys. It's a lot of patience, but that also might change now that we're in the playoffs. Some of these guys that have been patient throughout the year that we know are fast, we might see that patience dwindle, maybe see some more aggressiveness. I just think this track, patience is going to be the more popular technique. But that 42, like I said earlier, this is a driver's track. Some guys really like driving Darlington, and I think Scotty V really likes driving Darlington because he's been aggressive with that car, and he's made some really nice moves and hasn't gotten into trouble with it at all yet. I mean, he stayed up there in second. But yeah, see Showtime just working this bumper of the 3, just waiting for him to slide up for the hole to be there.
The gap from first to second is 0.9, and you're like wondering, with 22 laps to go in the second stage, I wonder, you gotta hang on for that 2.8 second, or I'm sorry, not 0.8, probably 9 tenths or 8 tenths right there of that gap. You gotta keep it right there and hope he doesn't catch.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how much left they have on their tanks here, but 20 coming to 21 to go next time by, or we're at 21 to go.
I believe.
Or now we're at 20. Yeah, coming to 20 to go. Here comes. Whoa! Showtime gets loose. Unless he's just pitting and wanted to get it down there nice and early.
Yep,
I'm not sure if that was the case or if he's pitting because he got loose.
Is that the leader pitting?
No, I believe that's Mucka in front of him.
Yes, it is. The leader, Favre.
All right, yeah, so Favre's in. Same strategy as last time. I don't think the 42 can. Nope, 42 stayed out. Here comes the 42 and the 22. Second and third. Whoa, 42 might. Oh, 42, did he miss it? He comes back down into the 22. I think he got it. I think he got in, but he missed the commitment line. For sure. It looked like he locked the brakes up and just, or something, and just went wide of that yellow line. He should be able to make his pit stop here, though. I don't know as far as FRR rules. I mean, I would assume that he's fine. I mean, it's not like he didn't gain an advantage from it. Although he did come down into the 22. I'm not sure if he hurt the 22's entry on that. Or if the 22 might have already been under control from the game by that point. So I don't think there was much damage done by it. And it looks like he is going to get his pit stop made, so he was able to get that. That would have been disastrous, and I'm sure it cost him anyway a lot of time, though.
Oh yeah.
Unless he meant to do it, unless it's allowed and he just meant to do it. I'm not sure there, but it looks like is that Favre in front of him right now, though? No, I think that's field filler.
Yeah. Favre just passed him.
Yeah, so that might have hurt him there. Last time we saw that strategy work, staying out one lap later, it worked for the 42. Not this time, so could have been that one little mistake if it was a mistake coming on a pit road. He's right there, though.
Coming to 18 laps to go this time. Oh, all right, 18 laps to go in the second stage. I bet you right now, Favre needs to pull away now. He needs to go because that gap is looking like 3 to 4 tenths right there.
Yep. Shovelhead's not too far back either, but Scotty B on fresh tires seems to get loose off that corner. I believe it's turn 2. We saw that earlier, and that's what caused the contact when these two were side by side. And there he is getting to that fender. Look at him get that side. I'm sure there's a bit of a side drift going there. I don't think it's as effective as the 2020 cars. And it's harder to do, I think. But he's definitely trying. And it's working for him. You see, he's just can't get him clear there.
Wow, he's getting super loose. You just don't want to be
on fresh tires, he seems to be loose on exit. It seems to get better, though, as he gets some heat in the tire, or some wear on the tires, heat in the tires, whatever. Look at these two side by side still. Almost some contact, maybe a tiny bit. I don't think so.
15 laps to go in the second stage.
Oh, Favre got loose and gets down into him.
Oh!
Shovelhead, before even that, Shovelhead was catching him anyway. They're going at it so hard, and I think Favre kind of backed up that corner a bit. I don't think he meant to do that. Although I will say the 42 kind of unintentionally, it was fair game to me, but he did shove him up into the wall a bit. Coming to the stage, the end of the stage, last stage. So I don't know. Favre kind of driving hard, got loose, got into him. Fair game to me. It didn't cost him. But I think Favre there, type of driver he is, the way he likes to win these stages and these races, I do think that after that happened, he did not push the next corner as much as he wanted to let that 42 kind of get a run back, because he hit him pretty hard coming off that wall.
There he goes, back on the inside.
Yeah. And Shovelhead's going to come with 42 came down a bit, I think, into there they go.
Oh!
I'm not sure what's going on. What happened to the 22 there? Because unless the 22 just tried to give it back, but I didn't think the 22 didn't have anything to give back. I don't think. To me, the 22 was there the whole time, right on the 4's bumper, and the 42 just, I don't know if he didn't know he was there, but he just drove down into the 22. And then the 22 just kind of hit his brakes in the corner and lost the spot. I thought that was 22's spot, to be honest.
I thought so too. We're coming to 11 laps to go in the second stage, and everyone is racing so aggressive right now, and everyone is trying to battle for the win.
It's a great race. Great way to start the playoffs. I like this choice, Darlington.
Boy,
now
I
let's see if
hope we
Scotty
don't
can track down Favre here.
Oh, I don't know if he has enough time, because I think we're coming to 10 laps to go this time by.
Well, he's not far behind. After all that, he's not far behind that 4. That was a lot of contact he just made.
Oh, yeah.
And he hasn't really lost. He might have gained ground since then, because he's pretty close to Favre. Lap traffic by the end of this stage, I'm guessing, will come into play. Unless they just move out of the way completely off the track, but could play a factor here. Again, narrow track, not a lot of room. These guys all bunched up from 3rd to 6th. Here's Perky. Shady mentioned him earlier. We mentioned him earlier. He's been up towards the front all race. Had a strong start to the race, but got caught up in some things. Some minor things. Now Shovelhead gets loose and loses. Now he's going to try to... Perky's going to try to gain that spot from Shovelhead.
Coming to 8 laps to go. It's go time. If you're Scotty B, you gotta hope for these last 8 laps that he makes a mistake.
Yep, pretty much. Gap hasn't really closed much since we last checked in, so. Oh, the 7's around in front of the leaders!
Oh,
he gets it off the track just in time! Oh, man.
Oh,
I mean, that's just the epitome
look
of
at that! Look at the gap! Look at the gap! It's closed!
Yep. But I tell you what, that's the epitome of the race we've had. We've had so much, it's Darlington, man, and we've had so much crazy things happening in this race, and yet it works out. I mean, I'm sure Favre's not happy about it, because look how close the gap is, like you said. But he got it off the track just in time to not wreck the leaders. Like, it worked out barely. We avoided disaster. I mean, this is just an entertaining race, I gotta say.
Boy, How much you want to bet Favre's eyes were wide on that one? That was like, oh my.
These guys were both puckered up for sure, I bet. 42 is all over him. Favre, I don't know if he put it low or if he got loose. But he goes low and gives him the high line in a 3. Gets it back, though, coming off the 4. I think I want to defend from the high side here. I don't want to be low. Like, if I'm Favre right now, I don't want that. I don't want him to be on the high side. I feel like I have, just me personally, I have more control over the car if I'm up high. So even if it's not the faster line for me, I'd rather be up there than like that right there. What just happened to Favre? Get loose, because there's just no room between you and the apron when you're on the inside. At least up there you can you can manage the mistakes more. Like on the bottom, you don't really have a lot of times the time to lift and, you know, catch your grip back without losing a lot of ground. I feel like up high, even if you give the guy the edge through the corner, like, you can manage the mistake enough to, you know, keep the battle going. You have more control of your car, really. Yep. Favre's defending good, though, from that low line.
Don't want to make a mistake. That's what you can't do. You can't make a
Showtime
mistake.
flash up to 3rd. And closing on these guys as they battle.
Oh, Perky!
What happened? Oh, he wrecked into the wall. Inside wall.
Yeah.
Looks like he kept it straight, though.
2 to go, I believe, in the second stage.
Yep. 42 all over. And now I think we're seeing something maybe we haven't seen much. I think for the first time that 42 isn't trying to make the pass once he gets there. He seems to be, he tried it a few times, and like I said, Favre did a really good job of defending off on the exit from that low line, and he just couldn't clear him. And now he's right there, and I think he's just trying to time it now.
Oh, he probably does.
Got him loose again. 4 gets low off the corner.
Oh,
now he's got the run.
This is for the second stage win. This is for stage 2 win. I don't think he can. Nope.
4's just really good off the bottom there.
Favre gets it.
Ooh, 42 lost it trying to get there. Yeah. Showtime Flash 3rd. He's battled his way back up to a 3rd place finish in stage 2. Shovelhead 4th and True Death 5th. Tough break for Perky. It looks like he might have dropped back to like 7th or 8th. Y'all know Perky finishes 6th. Mucka's 7th. Eighth was Danny MD. I haven't talked about him at all, really. Danny MD having a good top 8 run. He's the last car on the lead lap. Showtime Hull, playoff driver. He might get the free pass here. He's the first car lap down in 9th. 10th is KB Showtime. 11th is THC. 12th Racer Rick. Those cars all a lap down from 9th to at least 12th.
Man, what a finish in stage 2.
13th is Mac Attack. 14th King G. 15th Field Filler. 16th is Pittman. 17th is Rapid. 18th is Hick Ross. 2 laps down. And then the last car in the running order is Swervin, who has parked it. Mechanical failure of some sort.
67 laps to go. So
start here.
Now, so it's 67 laps to go. You probably got to come to like maybe 2 pit stops. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe 2 to 3 pit stops. I don't know.
How many did you say?
I believe we're coming to 66 to go this time by.
Oof, that's going to be at least 3. 20. Yeah, ooh, man. You know what? Somebody, I feel like, I'm trying to do the math here. You know what? I think they might be able to make it on 2. Maybe not everybody. But this
You're gonna
could get
play
interesting. I think
risks.
we're gonna have a fuel mileage race here. I'm getting the feeling while I'm doing the math here. 66 laps. I think we might have a fuel mileage race. Something, maybe not the win, but something might be decided on fuel mileage. And look at this top 3 that's broken away now. Showtime Flash is on the move. He's broken away now with these 2 guys. First time we've seen 3 cars break away from the pack. We've seen 2. We've seen these front 2 do it a few times. But now Showtime Flash is right there with them. That could be a big factor right now. Showtime Flash is in the we've seen these 2 have really been the battle for the lead all race, and there's another car now that's entered that 24 has entered the chat, fellas.
Coming 63 laps to go, and I'm telling you, 63 laps to go, you gotta make it happen.
Yeah, it's I hate to use this pun, but if I'm any of these guys, it's showtime now. If I'm Showtime FRR, if I'm Showtime Flasher, if I'm Scotty B, it's showtime. Don't matter if Showtime's in my name or not. Like, we're in the 3rd stage now. This playoffs. If I'm in the run-in for the race, now you got to be smart about it. Don't get me wrong. Points are important. If you're up there, okay, someone's around. Is that Shovelhead? Shovelhead's around. Oh man, the 22 Shovelhead. Tough break for him, and another victim. The latest victim of this track too tough to tame.
I don't know if he got loose or he got turned. I don't know what happened.
Not sure.
There. He's got a lot of damage.
Spinning around in the background.
Oh, man. And we just lost the second 23XI driver of Danny MD.
Oh, DNF?
Oh,
Another
and
failure.
there goes... Yep, and there goes the 7 of THC. He goes out as well. Man.
Oh, man. I hope we're not having a lag issue here.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but you're
that's a tough
right.
break for Shovelhead.
But you're right. The top 3 have pulled away.
Yep. Yeah, they're on another track, pretty much. They're on a different track.
I guess what Shovelhead needs right now is a caution to say if a caution comes out, I think he'll be back on the lead lap. Or not really back on the lead lap. He'll be alright. I can't tell you to be sure on that.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised to see another caution or 2 at least. Moves Perky up to 4th. True Death 5th. True Death having a nice run. We've seen him having some bad luck. He's had fast cars and just not getting the finishes he wants, but good time to start, good time to have. I don't want to jinx him, but first race of the playoffs is a pretty good time to, have a really consistent race up there up front, which I think that this is what he's been looking for in that 3 cars, to just be able to keep it up there, stay out of the trouble, and have a consistent run. Running pretty stout all night in that top 5. Seen him in 3rd, battling for the lead a lot. Could be back up there too. Either of these guys can. Him, Perky. We saw Showtime Flash work his way back up, and now he's kind of worked himself into that top group, cream of the crop, if you want to call it that right now. He's pretty evenly matched with these 2 other leaders now.
We're at 57 laps to go. I honestly think if we don't get a caution within these last couple 56 laps, I think we should be good to go to the very end.
Let's see what else we got going on. Field filler. Been a tough night for him so far, but he's worked his way back onto the lead lap, actually. Oh, no, I think he's a lap down, but only a lap down. That's not too bad for Darlington. Especially when you hit the wall head on, spin out, and don't get a caution. So he's running 13th right now. Yeah, it's a little loose off that corner. We're saying that you want to play a good drinking game, viewers. Not to, I know we probably have some young viewers, so cover the ears, parents, if you can. But if you got you want to play a good drinking game, take a shot or sip every time I say got a little loose off the corner.
Oh God, got a little loose off the corner.
Look at Scotty B. Just to pick up from what I commented on last race, I keep seeing him again pulling right up to that back bumper before, and just as I was about to say, he's still not really trying to make a pass. Now he's trying to make a pass.
Let's see.
But I really feel like he's trying to be more methodical with this 4 car as this race has gone on.
Who said take a shot or take a sip of every time? Who said that? Was that Shady?
I said that. I just said it.
Well, no. Who said it? Who suggested it to you?
Me.
Oh my!
I feel like I'm saying it all the time, so I figure,
Oh.
People might put it to use.
I mean, gosh, if you're going to be putting it to use, then I hope you don't get fired from the broadcast next week.
Hey, man, you never know. I just take it 1 week at a time. You never know what can happen.
Oh gosh, I thought Shady said it, and I was like, what?
Nah.
Why would Shady say that in the broadcast? Why would he mention it to you?
I'm just saying it,
I know.
I just having an adult beverage. You're feeling an adult.
I mean, I'm just saying, man.
I mean, we got Coors Light, Bud Light, Busch Light on the cars, right? So.
52 laps to go. It's, I'm trying to stay awake as much as I can with these last 52 laps. It's 10, almost 10:30, and everyone's probably like, man, after this, I'm going to bed, man. I can't stand racing Darlington.
Well, stay with me, man, because we got about 50 to go, and right now we got a battle for the lead.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Scotty's underneath. Showtime's going to try to capitalize here. Did Favre get the wheel a bit? I think he got it just a bit. Showtime goes with Scotty B around him. So things shuffling up here quickly for this lead. Just a bit. Let's see what Showtime Flash can do with the leader now. Let's see if he can make it a battle for the lead. He's getting a lot of pressure so far, though, from that 4 car already. Hard to chase somebody when you're getting chased that hard.
Looks like Hick Ross made a pit stop. I don't know what happened, but he's coming off a pit road.
Miller High Life. Shady said my Miller High Life. Frosty beverage. There you go, Shady. Alright. Showtime has caught the bumper of this 42. But Favre has caught the inside of Showtime, at least for a second there.
Come to think of it, I think Showtime Flash started towards the back of the field, and look at this goodness. Like you said, he is now in second. What a good recovery.
We were talking about Typical. Typical's not in this race.
Yeah.
Typical, that's worth mentioning. I didn't even notice that. Typical is not here tonight.
Well, I was gonna say I was looking through the not the lineup really through the field. I'm like, where's Typical? Usually he's running. But I guess not. I guess Shady scared him off.
Yeah, it happens. He has that effect sometimes.
Let's see. How many do we have left in this? Oh, whoa! Favre is coming to pit road.
Here we go. Pit stops. Favre again, pitting early.
So I believe we're coming to around 47 to 46 laps to go. So looks like Scotty B is signaling that he's going to come to pit road. Oh! Here comes the 4 off of pit road. Whoa! Looks like the 24 comes off of pit road before the 42.
He does, and here comes Favre around him. So Favre will get that lead back.
This is coming to 44 laps to go right now on this race.
Now let's see if these two can chase Favre down with the fresher tires, or if they're just gonna battle themselves for second. Hitting the wrong button. There we go. Let's ride with this 42 a bit here. And it looks like they're closing that gap pretty quickly on the 4. In that
I
turn,
think
it
they
looked
are.
like it at least. Yep, they're closing quickly on that 4 car.
See a bit of damage to the front and rear of the 24 machine. I don't know what happened, but it looks like he's got a little bit front end and rear end damage.
He was caught up in that wreck in the first stage.
Well, when the stage is ended, or when the stage ends, they fix their damage, and if you want to fix the damage, they fix it right away for you. I don't know what happened, but yeah, they are closing on him quick.
Yeah, the game sometimes, as you see 42, Scotty B taking that second spot. The game sometimes will, like, if you're spectating, you won't see the damage get fixed, but on their screen it is fixed.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably what's going on with that 24. Because I tell you, he's not running up there with them with a heavily damaged car like that.
Oh, what a battle for the lead.
Scotty B to the point. So those tires, now we're starting to see that 1 lap of tires certainly making a difference with these leaders. Now, they're going to have to pit at least once more. I want to see if Favre sticks with that strategy, now that he sees that.
They're coming to 40 laps to go this time by, so I believe with 40 laps to go, and you get 24, so like 24 laps of fuel, so yeah, you may be, I mean, if you're at 6, I think, I don't know, but that's where we're looking right now, is that with 40 laps to go, I mean, it's still early though to go for another pit stop.
I think a lot of guys are going to be good. Just off the top of my head, I'm not really sure. I want to see how it plays out, but I have a feeling a lot of guys are going to be good to go on one more stop. But I feel like not everybody. But I don't know, I think most guys probably will. Now, that gives me a wild thought that I have no basis for this. So I'm just throwing it out there. Who knows? Maybe the 4 car, maybe he knows he's like a lap or 2 on that bubble of fuel. Maybe he's not maybe he got past because he's not pushing it that hard. You know, maybe he's trying to save that lap or conserve that lap. Probably not, but you never know. And then if he is, who knows? Maybe the 42 is too, and the 42 is just a lot faster. You never know, but just a thought. Some guys might be trying to conserve right now at this point to try to make it on one more stop. And then other guys might know that they can make it on just one more stop and don't have to, you know, don't have to conserve. Can push it as hard as they want. But Favre pitting a lap earlier, I think if anybody, it would be him trying to save.
With 36 laps to go, it could be close.
See that lap car, Hickoros, comes into the race, comes into the playoffs, 12th, the last playoff driver in the standings. Looks like I think he's going to go 2 or 3 laps down. Don't quote me on that. He might, nope, he's just a lap down. So, wow, yeah, a lot of cars a lap down. Hickoros, 14th, not, actually, there's not a lot of, I don't know, he might be 2 laps down. Either way, he's 42. Might be slowly pulling away, very, very slowly pulling away from this 4.
And it looks to me that we lost Shovelhead.
Wow. Shovelhead. A contender for at least a really good top 3, top 5 finish tonight. Saw him have that wreck earlier, and now he takes it to the garage.
32 laps to go, by the way. I think I could be wrong. Let me see. Give me a sec. No, 31 to go this time by. So they're close to the window. They are getting close to that window. .30 laps to go, and I wonder if you're that for a FRR. I don't know how much longer you can go on the tires and fuel, but I think very soon, I think you should probably pit before the others.
Ross coming down pit road. Rapid coming in. See, Perky is closed in on Showtime Flash.
Oh yeah. Coming to 28, we're coming to 27 laps to go this time by. Now we're getting closer.
Pulling away.
That's exactly what Favre should have had earlier in the run, but it didn't. .27 laps to go. You gotta wonder, will they be able to make that final pit stop and get on their strategy they want to be?
Perky up on that 24 now. Really getting in there. Getting there. Looking inside, trying to get a run down there. Just can't quite get to his fender yet. Showtime Flash, meanwhile. Oh, little bump. Oh, there
Oh!
goes Showtime Flash into the wall.
Oh, man.
Looked like
Is that
a racing
gonna-
incident.
Oh, man. That was a
least-
hard impact.
Yep, he's got a lot of
Oh.
damage, and that is another. There we go. I said it earlier with Shovelhead, another victim of this track. That looked to me, can't say for sure, but it happened so fast, but it looked like just a racing incident where...
Oh, the 9! The 9 as well. The 18 to Hickross. Wow. What in the
on
world?
The back.
It's old tires and
it's getting to that time of the night where guys are pushing.
Are we gonna have a caution? Are we still green? I believe we are still green. Now with 24 laps to go, the question is, who's gonna be that first one out of the leaders gonna pit?
So that pretty much answers the. Here comes Scotty B.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh.
That pretty much answers the question. It seems like these guys should be able to make it now. Some guys may run out, though. You never know. If the tank says 24, you push it hard enough, you might not make 24. I don't know.
But right now, I think that's a switcheroo we saw. Here comes Perky to pit road as well. I believe Favre's going to pit. Yes, sir. He's going to pit.
Yeah, man. Flash in contention for the win. And
oh no! Favre missed pit road.
No.
Oh my
the
goodness!
Car.
He locked it up. He locked it up coming on. Oh
man.
Oh no. 42 is coming out pit road now.
And it says a lot about this 42. I don't want to jinx him. I hate saying it because I'm scared I'm going to jinx him. But that 42, Scotty B, has run pretty much a perfect race. I mean, you see what's happening to a 5-time champ right there. Favre, an error coming on a pit road. Shovelhead getting caught up in something. Showtime Flash getting caught up in something. Scotty B has not been caught up in nothing.
Looks
like that for about 24, 23, 22 laps. I don't see anybody unless we get a caution to shake things up.
Looks like we lost Hickross tonight in the field. He's out for the rest of he's done for the night. Man, that sucks because that was costly. I said it on the top of the show, you cannot have a bad pit stop. You cannot have a bad final stop.
Flash is in there, I think, fixing damage. A lot of damage. Favre.
Back in third.
Third.
Favre is on the backstretch. He slid his tires coming on the pit road, was sideways, and lost that valuable time with 20 laps to go.
Yeah, Scotty B is just a little dot on Showtime Favre's screen. If that's even Scotty B in front of him. Perky up there in second. Trying to track down this 42 of Scotty B. Tell you what, that 4 wants a caution right now. I bet Perky does too. True Death probably does too. I believe he's in fourth. I believe. Not positive.
Both SHR boys are hoping for a caution. But right now, Scotty B is just on cruise control. Man, that sucks for Favre. He had such high hopes of winning tonight, and he locked them up coming in. You just hate to see it.
It ain't over. Anything can happen. See Showtime Flash trying to get either his lap back or one of his lap backs from Scotty B. He does. toughest break, I think, is Showtime Flash. He had just as much of a shot to win there, I think, as any of those three coming to those pit stops, and it just looked like a racing incident between him and the 14. He just seemed to have a better run off the corner than the 14 and got into the 14's bumper and sent him for a ride.
"15 laps to go," and I'm telling you, you gotta also worry about tire wear as well. You don't know how much tire you can manage, because if a tire pops, that's it. You just lost the race there.
That's true. That's a good point.
14 laps to go. I'm telling you, I think some of these guys are trying to save. 13 laps to go. You gotta wonder if we're gonna get a late race caution, or are we gonna just ride it out?
Yep, we'll see. These guys are pretty strung out, most of the pack. You see, we got a couple groups of 3 or 4. That's about it. These leaders strung out. Perky is kind of within striking range as of now, but as these laps wind down, he's quickly going to be out of striking range, and nobody really has shown any real capability in this third stage of chasing down that 42. We saw him and Favre had a good battle for the first 2 stages. But then here in the third stage, when he gets out front that 42, they aren't really able to close on him. The 4 and the 24 were right there with him before their bad luck. But, I mean, they weren't catching him and making a pass on him. Seems like he's got his car pretty much perfect now in this third stage. It was a rocket ship all night. But it seems like in the third stage, he's got it, exactly where he wants it. He's just on rails now.
Oh, yeah. Ten laps to go down the backstretch. Heading for 9 laps to go. And you gotta wonder, will we see a late race caution, or are we staying green for the whole time?
Yep.
Showtime Favre is closing on Perky just a bit.
Yep. That'll be the battle for second if Favre can get there.
Eight laps to go, and you're right as well. We wonder who's going to run out of fuel, and the other thing is who's going to manage those tires. 7 to go.
Yeah, he's starting to close on that 14, just a bit, little by little it seems.
Yes, he is.
That man. Oh, now it's showtime, Perky. Tonight he's kind of that man. This is the Perky we see when he's at his best, and he's kind of been, it seems like most of the season, either he's on his best or he's like right there teetering with it most of the race and just gets caught up in stuff or has a mistake or two that keeps him out of this top 3 or so. But when he's there, man, he is there. This is a guy to really watch for as these playoffs go on here this year.
We're coming
Making
to
a strong
5 laps.
statement here.
We're at 5 laps to go. Anything can happen.
Yep. These guys pretty much equally spread out.
Barb is like, oh, make one little mistake, buddy.
What Perky is doing to me is he's making a statement. With what he's doing tonight, because here he is chasing down the leader at Darlington. You know, arguably the toughest track that these guys are going to go to in the playoffs, when the most important race so far this year, and he's up there tracking down the leader. So
he's got 4 laps to do it.
He's not really closing in, but I mean, he's in second right now. He's perched up in second at the end of a Darlington playoff race. And he's showing that he's somebody that's got to look out for him any week. And in the playoffs, it's...
Well, he needs to get him within these last 3 laps because it's 3 laps to go.
I don't
Scotty
see him
B.
getting him, but Scotty B.
Hang on to it.
That could change it.
That's exactly I think what Perky needed. Exactly.
I don't think he lost too much there, Scotty B. Because he's still got a gap on him.
2 to go. 2 to go, boys. It's all downhill from here now. All Perky needs to do is see that 42 do that same thing. He just needs to see that 42 do it again. He's like, come on, do it again. This time they're coming to the white flag here in FRR. 1 to go. Will Perky get him?
He's gonna have to take a big mistake at this point. Scotty B. I'm telling you, talk about a perfect race. From what we've seen, I don't think any race is ever truly perfect, but this right here from this 42 car, it's pretty perfect race.
Scotty B is going to start the playoffs with fireworks. He'll win Darlington. Perky second. FRR finishes third.
Great race tonight. I mean,
I know that hurts for FRR, man.
Yep, I'm sure he ain't too happy, but you know what? Salvage the top 3. Some of these guys, Shovelhead, Showtime Flash, Field Filler, really got the worst of it. The lady in black tonight. But Scotty B, I believe he's won this year. I'm not positive where, but I don't think this is his first win this year. He has come in hot these last few weeks and picks up the win here tonight at Darlington. And like I said, coming to the line, I mean, it just seemed like a perfect race run by him. Great race by really all these guys. We saw, like you said, fireworks, man. Fireworks throughout the night, but just really great racing. Tough luck for a lot of guys. You feel for them, but fun one to watch, man. Oh man, I need to be getting these guys. Gotta get these guys in the booth. So let's take a quick commercial break here while I get these guys up in the booth. Hey, you don't have to have these guys. Okay, here's Favre, actually. Hey, Favre, can you do me a big favor? Thank you. I didn't think of that when I started the broadcast. I was in the middle of the broadcast, and I was like, oh, man, I should have went with the regular party so that these guys can join. I appreciate it. All right. So we're back from our little commercial break there. And I guess we could get started with Favre while we wait for these other two. P30, Favre, what's up, man? Some tough luck there. It looked like I missed it. Nick saw it. He said it seemed like you maybe locked up the brakes there coming on pit road there. But, man, you're up there all night. I'm sure you're probably feeling a little disappointed after that one, man. But just walk us through your race if you don't mind.
Yeah, that was a disappointment in Stage 3. Stage 1 and Stage 2, the battle with Scotty was insane. I've never battled with anybody like that at Darlington before, and we did it cleanly. And we maybe touched once or twice, but that was very, very intense. Stage 3, I had to pit a lap before the other two in the top 3, before Flash and Scotty. So I made it a point to save as much as I could on that second stint. And it worked out in my favor because they both had to pit a lap before I did. And I knew, like, even unless you had a very low gear, your car wouldn't make 24 laps. So to see them go in and for me to be able to do an extra lap was massive. And I was just trying to get as much out of the pit entry as I could. And I touched the gas one too many times and it took me around. But if I didn't do that, I probably lost. I mean, I feel like if I didn't do that, I probably could have won the race, seeing with how much Scotty had to save. I came out 7 seconds behind him and got it down to like 3. So if I didn't spin it there on entry, this might be a different ball game. But overall, amazing race by Perky. He started up front because he actually qualified this week, and hopefully he'll be doing that the rest of the playoffs. He will be a contender, so watch out for that 14 car. And Scotty, now that you're in here, dude, that was flipping amazing in stages 1 and 2. I've never battled with anyone like that at Darlington before, and I think we both gave each other plenty of room. Some sketchy moments for sure coming out of 2. But overall, I mean, great race, great points night. Second, first, and third. Definitely disappointing about spinning on entry, but I'll take P3.
Yeah, that was, that's how we felt watching it, man. I mean, watching you two battle that was exciting. It really was. That was an awesome Darlington race to watch from our perspective, I think. I think I speak for Nick also when I say that. But, yeah, and I'm glad you brought up that saving, because I did mention towards the end there, like, I wonder if any of these guys in this top 3 are saving a bit to try to make it, because we weren't quite sure on the math on that. But, yeah, great race as always, man, and appreciate you coming up and talking through the disappointment.
Appreciate you being the main guy tonight. Looking forward to having Shady back next week. And Nick, as always, I already know you did an amazing job. I was super impressed with what you did at Watkins Glen, so you are welcome back anytime. Shit, if you want to be up here with Nizzy and Shady, you are more than welcome, because I mean, you bring a lot to the table.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Nick, you got any questions for Favre?
Well, I'm just going to say this right now. I'm sorry I missed last week for Daytona. I was actually at the race last week, so yeah. I could. But, I mean, I've already told B. Nizzy, if you guys are at Talladega, I'll be there. You know dang well I'll be at Super Speedway commentating. But, I mean, Shady texted me, and I got your message the very next day when you messaged me. I was like, that's really cool. I mean, I love broadcasting. I love when people say, hey, I love your enthusiasm, and I take that as a compliment. I don't get that very often, I appreciate y'all. I mean, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, in FRR. I appreciate Shady for giving me opportunities, and I'm glad to be broadcasting. And yeah, I'm always down for a broadcast whenever y'all need me.
Yeah, yes, sir. Side note before I head out, Scotty, you got your settings working this week?
I think I got it. I think I got it this time. Okay, we're good.
Okay, I'll go on the broadcast and what is it under, Izzy?
It's on the FRR channel.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll go and
Yeah,
look.
we got
But,
that sorted out.
Thanks,
We had some
Izzy.
technical difficulties last week. Yeah, no, my pleasure. Always fun watching you guys.
Oh yeah.
Nick, you want to take P2, Perky?
Sure, why not? Well, I know Perky probably don't remember me because I mean it's been what, maybe years. I mean, I remember Perky from Valor, and me and Koala were always like, "Oh, it's our boy Perky" and everything like that. But my God, it's been forever since I've heard the name, and I actually get to. I've never thought I'd say this, but I would like to be the honors and giving a congratulations, second place to you, Perky. Walk us through it, bud.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's proud. I can never forget a legend. Let's just say that. No, man, it was a great race. Started up front. I mean, I stayed up front most of the night. I think furthest I dropped down was the 7th, but I mean, my car was flying there at the end. I think I had a little bit better like race gear to where I could save while I'm racing. So at that restart, I started back in the last stage. I started back a little bit further, and those guys got about 4 seconds ahead of me. And then it was me and True, and we were trying to gain as much time as we could. I appreciate him not trying to dive under me and try to gain a spot, and I think we were able to either stay even with them or catch them a little bit here, lose a little bit there. So 3 cars versus 2, not bad. I think they were saving a little bit, but let's talk about my pit entry. My pit entry was what allowed me to catch up to these guys as much as I did, because I cut lead to Scotty, I think, to 1 second by the end of the race. So I had to save a little bit that last run, and I just kicked it into my fuel gear there. And I mean, I didn't have to save too much, but man, I'll take this as a win for sure. Top finishing playoff driver, can't beat it.
I mean, you had a great run, like you mentioned. I mean, you had a little bit of a scuffle with a couple of drivers, including with True, but you worked your way back from the back to the front to the back. You're like fighting your way through the field. I mean, that's pretty dang awesome, dude.
Yeah, I think that thing with True, it was weird because, like, I would notice he would, like, jolt ahead of me, and I think there might have been a bubble with me and him there, because I was like, did I hit him? And then, I don't know, but, I mean, it's the game, so you're going to get those here and there, but if I hit him, I apologize. If I didn't, well, I mean, it is what it is, but also want to apologize to Flash. I mean, I know it's not really anything of any of our doing, but he hit that glitch coming up off of 2, and I had such a head of steam, and I freaking smacked into the back of him, and that sent him down into the inside wall. So, I mean, nothing any of us could do. It's just part of the game giving us the glitch there.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Well, congratulations on that second place, man. Like you said, that was I mean, if that was me, I'd be like, I'll consider that as a win. I consider that as a win myself.
I mean, it's a top finishing playoff driver, so yeah, I'll consider. Well, I'm not going to consider it a win because of the point situation, but hey, it's close enough.
Right. Well, congratulations on that silver, my friend.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, great job.
All right,
yeah, appreciate it. Good job to Scotty and to Favre as well. Great job, guys.
Yeah, we said on the broadcast, man, that it was felt like you kind of made a statement tonight. So, Darlington, that's some track to come at, and that 42 was fast, and you were close to him there at the end. So, looking forward to what you can do in these playoffs, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, Scotty B.
What's up, guys?
You got me?
I got you.
All right, how you feeling, man?
I think
it's a long race at Darlington. Got a perfect race car. How you feeling?
I feel good about that one. I've been trying to get Darlington for 4 seasons at FRR, and which I know I took a break, and I'm trying to get back in here now. But
Trying to get back in, I'd say. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to cut you off, but I'd say you're doing a pretty good job of trying.
yeah, I'm doing all right. But I had a lot of Darlington races get away from me. You know, mistakes here, dealing with that glitch coming out of 2. A lot of races I probably should have won there, and just made mistakes. But
Yep.
as far as the car, I think Favre and probably Shovelhead had a little bit better car than I did. They had a better gear, I know. Handling wise, I think I had the car, but they had this. Favre probably had found something right there, I guess, at the last day or 2 of testing, and that gear he had is nasty. But it was just a case of us passing from each other's mistakes. I'd make a mistake, he'd pass me, or he'd make a mistake, I'd pass him, get to his inside. It was definitely the funnest race I've ever had at Darlington. I'd like he said, you know, I've never raced side by side there like that, and was able to, you know, keep the car on the track.
Yeah, that was awesome to watch, man. So, what was I gonna say? Give me 1 second here to gather. Okay, so you, yeah, it's getting that time of night when my brain starts shutting off. So it seemed like you and the 4 were pretty equal most of the race, in the first half of the race, and then the 24 got in there. And like you said, like, my big talking point at the end of the race was that you seem, I don't think any race is ever perfect, completely perfect, but relatively, you had a perfect race, it seemed. I mean, because we saw mistakes from everybody else who was in the running. You know, it was like, and it seemed like just when we thought we saw the last guy make a mistake, then at the very end, Favre makes a mistake. You know, right before him, Showtime Flash, who had gotten up there and was running with you guys, he made a mistake. Or got caught up in, I don't know if he really made a mistake. He was kind of caught up in what looked like a racing incident, you know, end of the race type deal. But the point being, we didn't see any of that from you. And I was making a point, I haven't seen you race much, unfortunately. I've missed a few races recently, so this was the first time I really got to watch you drive. And you look like you're a bit aggressive. You consider yourself an aggressive driver?
It's based on who I'm racing.
True. There you go.
Who
That
I
makes
know
sense.
who I know I can push, and who
You look like you have a lot of car control.
Thanks, Scotty.
Car control. That's what I like about watching you. Is you were getting right up in there, making like right from the get-go. It didn't look like you were content with riding. It looked like you knew you had a fast piece, and it seemed like you were getting runs on guys and taking them, and you were putting the car. You might have rubbed a few fenders out there, but you were getting it. Even when you didn't, you were putting the car right where you wanted it to go. You know, getting right on guys' fender, getting them out of that groove. Not pushing them most of the time. I don't really think you pushed anybody. I think we saw that great racing with you and Favre. There was a bit of contact from what we saw, but I mean that was just racing. I mean you guys were putting on a show.
It was all racing. Nothing
but
was
my
dirty
point
at
being,
all.
my point being, like you, I feel like I ain't as good as it at you, but that's how I try to race. Like I like to be a bit on the aggressive side. You know, like you said, it depends who you're racing, what the situation is, but. You know, I really liked watching you with your car control and how you were making passes on guys and the confidence that it takes to put the car where you were around guys and making it stick. You know, it was really fun to watch and, yeah, you put on a show, man, so congratulations. Looking forward to seeing, like I said with Perky, looking forward to seeing all you guys in the playoffs. But, yeah, like I said, I didn't see you race much, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you got for us here at FRR.
Oh yeah,
not us.
Fun,
I mean, you've been here longer than me, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can't stand that single file crap. You know, once you 3-4 cars break out, you know, from the rest of the pack, yeah, you got to mix it up a little bit. It does. It gets boring, and then you run the chance of your car getting aero tight or aero loose. You know, running that fast behind somebody. I'd rather have the clean air.
That's my
theory.
I'm
trying to go get it when I can. You know.
That's my theory.
I really got lucky
you
that
get into
race,
trouble
you know?
being nice and patient. So.
Yeah, I got lucky with them making those mistakes at the last pit stop because if I pitted one lap too early, so I had to save, 20 of the last laps I was saving, and finally I was able to kick it back down in third gear with like 4 to go, and then I about lost it, and Perky about caught me, but I think the last stage was kind of lucky, but that race could have gone either way. It was all about track position and who made the least mistakes.
Yeah, well, you guys you guys put on a show, and I think you pretty clearly made the least mistakes. What you got for him, Nick?
Well, I was going to say, I was not trying to interrupt, but I hate to break it to you there, Scotty. I think for all, us broadcasters chose Favre to win tonight. All three of us, even Shady. I even messaged him. I'm like, who you got for tonight? He's like, oh, I'm going for Favre. I'm like, well, there goes all three of our broadcasters picking the same winner. So I didn't honestly want to ruin the fun there, but I had to break it to you. But I'm sorry
no,
that
it's fine.
I
Your
it's
opinion will
unpredictable.
change come next season. You'll be picking
Well,
me.
it's what's it called? It's unpredictable. You don't know who's gonna win though. But I mean,
I'm just kidding. Far
no,
probably will kick my ass next season.
no, it's fine. I was just gonna say, all of us in the broadcast, including Shady, even messaged saying, "Yeah, I think Favre's gonna win," and we're like, "Oh, there, like I said, all three of us chose Favre." I mean, we didn't expect this to go down, but hey, it's Darlington. Congratulations, man. I mean, I don't think I've ever broadcasted with you racing before. I can't remember. I don't think I have.
It's been, I think, 2 years since I've gotten back into league racing, so I just now, been racing for about 2 or 3 months. Well, since they released the new cars.
Oh, yeah.
Man, seems like just riding a bike to you, huh? It's not bad for 2 years. But,
No.
yeah, great job, man. It was a lot of fun, like I said, watching you race and watching you do battle with those guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think...
Well, I appreciate it, and congratulations to Perky and Favre. That was some good stuff, man. That's a hard track to tame.
Yeah, for sure. And we had a lot of guys out there that were in contention for a good finish, maybe even Showtime Flash, maybe even in contention for a win. He got into some trouble late. Favre, like we mentioned, gets into trouble late. Perky with a great run gets that second. Shovelhead was up there, seemed like he had a top 5 car, had some issues, had an issue, got into a wreck himself and ended up parking it. Yeah, what else? Any other storylines you could think of, Nick?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, but just really a great race tonight. Start the playoffs. Want to give a shout out to Shady. See you next week. Hopefully, I hope so, because this is tough. This is a tough job. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to Shady. We miss you. We'll be glad to have you back. And thanks for all you do. And to the drivers, thanks for coming up into the booth. Top 3. Congratulations on the race, and congratulations everyone, all the drivers, for a great race. And yeah, so with that, I guess for my partner here, Nick, and for all of our top 3 here, once again, the top 3, Scotty B, Batman Perky, and Showtime Favre here at Darlington. So we'll see you next week from Kansas for race 2 of the first round of the FRR playoffs. Good night, everybody. Hold up.
Are we good?
1